Hello, welcome to Closet Coaching. I'm going to tell a little story that seems like it's not relevant to anything, but it will be. So a few weeks ago, I was in my kitchen, the scene of all stress, right? It was after work. I was done with my calls. I was still thinking about work, but my kids were home. There were book bags, homework, meltdowns, had to make dinner, just this in my brain. And my daughter came up to me and asked me a question. And I was like, I don't know. I have to get that at the supermarket next week. And she stopped and she was like, what did you say? And I was like, I have to get that at the store next week. And she's like, did you say supermarket? She's like, what's a supermarket? I mean, I think she knows what a supermarket is, but it was like, she's like, you mean the grocery store? And I was like, yeah. But I guess supermarket is just not a word that I use anymore. But I certainly did for most of my life. But I, as she said it, I was like, yeah, we say grocery store now in this house. That's what we've been using since you were a kid, or little, but my brain just pulled it up. And I was also really stressed, and my brain maybe just went to an old pathway that it has known its whole life. And maybe it's not used it in a long time, but it went back there. And it reminded me of how sometimes people will say, I've been doing so well, I've really dismantled my fat phobia, and I've really done so much work on my body image issues. And yet I noticed that I'm having this thought that I've lost weight. Maybe I should keep going, or maybe I shouldn't eat that food. That food is bad, or restrictive thoughts or something. And just this idea of sometimes thoughts just show up, especially when we're under stress, because sometimes it's the brain just goes the path of least resistance, and newer pathways aren't as well worn as older ones, even if we've been using them successfully for some time. And it's just it's a brain blip. And it's actually, instead of making a story about it or making it mean something or making it say am I regressing, or is this why am I having this thought, and do I need to listen to it? Why am I having it? It can be just no, it's just a moment. Your brain just sent you a signal, and you can just leave that signal there. You can put your newer story on top of it. This doesn't mean anything. So I just thought it was a comparison of how the brain will do that, and just an example of that happening, and how it doesn't mean anything about you or your progress or what you have to do with it. You don't have to do anything with it. So, okay, that's it. I will see you guys next time.